What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Thursday, October 21st. And be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman, only place you're getting updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. Let me know in the comments section who's your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. And finally, shout out to PrizePicks for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up. Get a $100 instant match deposit bonus, up to $100. I need to be a little bit more specific. If you put in 50, you don't get 100, you just get 50. But if you put in 100, you get 100, and you should do that at PrizePicks. Now, we round out the bottom of my top 10 with Trae Young, Kristaps Porzingis, Dwight Powell, Bam Adebayo, and Ivica Zubac on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, we've got point guard eligible Luka Doncic. Why he doesn't have another position, I don't know. 10,600, projected for 56.5. The goal 63. He gets there 24% of the time. He's in the optimal 34% of the time. And we're just back to normal with Luka. 36 minutes, 1.56 fantasy points per minute. 36% usage, 28.5 points, 10 assists, 8 boards, a stock and a half. It's a slight pace down spot against Atlanta, but I don't really have anything else that I could possibly say. I don't have to pitch anybody on rostering Luka Doncic. You should just do it pretty regularly. At number 4, we've got my other favorite pay-up option. That's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Power forward, center eligible, 10,300. Projected for 55. The goal is 61.5, which he hits 25% of the time and gets into the optimal lineup 35% of the time, just a hair ahead of Luka Doncic. 35 minutes for Giannis. 1.58 fantasy points per minute. Now, this is a pace down spot against Miami, but he is still projected for 28, 12, 5.5, 2.2 stocks. This dude does everything on the floor. You'll never regret a lineup where you have Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just pay attention to the ownership. If one of Giannis or Luka are getting more than the other, just flip-flop them in GPPs. You won't regret it. At number 3, we've got Jalen Brunson. He's point guard, shooting guard eligible, but only 3,500. Projected for 20.5. The goal's 27.5. Hits that about 4% of the time if he plays 22 minutes. Optimal lineup, though, 35% of the time. Jalen Brunson's just too cheap. If he is the full run backup point guard playing 22 minutes, 3,500 is just not the right price tag for him. He had a really nice year last year. In the top section of the 6th Man of the Year award. That didn't flow off the tongue as well, but I like Jalen Brunson. 0.94 fantasy points per minute, 10.5 points, 3 boards, 3.5 assists. That's probably going to be it. Not a lot of steals and blocks coming from Brunson. Slight pace down spot in this matchup against Atlanta, but at 3,500, if you think Jalen Brunson's playing 20 minutes, he's a guy you need to get to for value. At number 2, we're going to Khris Middleton, my boy, small forward eligible. For some reason, only 7,300, projected for 38, goals 46.5, which he hits 15% of the time, 35% likelihood, just like Brunson, to be in the optimal. You guys know what you get out of Khris Middleton at this point. 1.1 fantasy points per minute, 26.5 and 5. Just super, super steady. Plus you get a steal potentially. He should just be slightly more expensive than this, and that's why we get to see him at number 2. But he's not even the best play on his own team. Before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Head on over to Twitter, follow me, at Josh Engleman, only place you're going to get updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. Comment section underneath this video, favorite contender, least favorite contender, and the guy that you thought was going to be on this list that you did not see. Plus, shout out to PrizePicks once again. Thank you for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Closing it out with some broken pricing. Number 1, Jrue Holiday, point guard eligible, 6,500, projected for almost 38 fantasy points. At this price, he only needs 42.5. He hits it 28% of the time, and he's in the optimal lineup 44% of the time. I know people are probably watching this thinking like, hey, well, Jrue Holiday's hurt. Jrue Holiday is probable for today, and we should expect a full run of Jrue Holiday. 35 minutes, 1.08 fantasy points per minute, 17 points, 6.5 assists, 5 boards, and 2 stocks. Same pace down matchup, but I really like getting to the Bucks' big 3. You're probably going to want to limit to 2 out of the 3 in any lineup, but honestly, on a 3-game slate, I think you can have all 3 when Jrue Holiday's 6,500. Price doesn't make any sense. It opens up everything for you today. He's the number 1 contender for Thursday. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Thursday, October 21st. FanDuel version of this video is around here somewhere. Check it out. Make sure you're watching the Process Show, 6:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. Strategy Show every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I will be back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders. Good luck tonight, everybody.